Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, and it's 6 weeks post-op, so it's time for our weekly weight loss vlog. Got some stuff to talk about today. Got some good news because it's 6 weeks post-op, and then I've been dealing with some personal stuff, and so I got some bad news on that side that we'll talk about, we'll cover. That's why this video is a little bit reserved. I'm not as, anxious and boisterous as I would be. And we can get right into that right now. So I don't have Dixie with us right now because she is overnight staying at the emergency vet because yesterday it started a little afternoon. She started having seizures. She's had seizures in the past and she is on seizure medication, but she's never had seizures like she did yesterday. The first one was around 12:30 in the afternoon, and then she had one in the evening, and then once the evening one, they started progressing. So it was like 6 hours from the first one around 12:30 in the morning or 12:30 in the afternoon. It was like a 6 hour she had one, and then like 4 hours she had another one, and then at midnight she started banging them out almost hourly. It was pretty much on the hour, and it was scary. Like, there was nothing I could do about it. It was the first time that she's ever had seizures while she's been awake. Most of the time, all her seizures happen in the middle of the night while she's sleeping, when her brain is transitioning through sleep cycles. But yesterday, she wouldn't even get to sleep. She would, she'd lay down, she'd have a seizure, she'd get up, she'd walk around the house for an hour, just walking in circles. And then she'd end up having another seizure, and then it would just restart the clock. We took her to our local vet, and the local vet stabilized her, gave her some anticonvulsants to get the seizing to stop, and then told us, look, this is where you really need to be, and that is the emergency center in Annapolis. So they gave her some medications, and we started driving towards Annapolis. Halfway through the drive, she ended up having another seizure, so sorry about that loud noise. That's Darla dropping her horn. They gave us some medications to take with us in case she did have a seizure on the way, and so we gave her the medication in the car, and she came out of that seizure. Then we got to the Annapolis Center, and they took over care. They originally said, look, we need to keep her for 24 hours, and while she's here, we'll have the neurologist, which is in the same building, take a look at her and see what what we're figuring out about this stuff. So on to the next part is almost a year ago, we lost Daisy, who is Dixie's sister, littermate even, to a brain tumor. And for the last month or so, Dixie has started to portray the same symptoms that Daisy did before we found out Daisy had a brain tumor. Except for Daisy never seized. Dixie's the only one that's ever had seizures. But so we've been watching those symptoms, and they haven't been bad symptoms. They've just been random little things, like she only turns right, she never turns left. Her legs get a little weak. She gets very lethargic. She's been having accidents in the house. She actually had an accident in the bed without a seizure. She just lost control of her bladder the other day. So little stuff like that. But anyway, so neurology saw her and decided that it looks like she has a brain tumor. Now, obviously, they want us to do an MRI to confirm, but when we did the MRI with Daisy, it was over $3,000, and when they found out what kind of brain tumor she had, there was nothing you could do about it. It was one of those, yes, you could do chemo, yes, you could do radiation. It might buy you a month, it might buy you 2 months, if it buys you any time. Then those treatments, she would have had to gone under general anesthesia every time, and they were 3 times a week, and they were out of the state, and it was just... So we put her on medications to kind of slow everything down, and we brought her home, and she gave us almost 2.5, 3 months more time with her to show her love and for her to give us love. And now Dixie is going down that same path, but she's going down it really fast. Like I said, she just started showing symptoms. By the time Daisy was showing symptoms and when we found out she had a tumor, it was in February last year, and she didn't die till May. And Dixie just started showing symptoms, here it is it's April now, April 2nd, and she probably started showing late February. The time progressing very fast. So that's why today I'm a little reserved, I'm a little sad. I miss my Dixie. Dixie's always been my special little, pal. She's my sidekick. She goes with me everywhere I go. So it's hard not having her home. We get to pick her up tomorrow and bring her home if everything goes well. So like I said, she's staying overnight. She has had a couple seizures while she's been at the doctor's office that they've tried to keep a hold on. They're giving her different medications to see what's going to work. And I just got off the phone a few minutes ago with the doctor that's leaving for the evening, and a new doctor's coming on to do the evening shift. And she said that she had a seizure this afternoon, but everything's going well. She's eating, she's up, she's moving around. So those kind of things are happening. I can't wait to bring her home. I'm obviously scared to bring her home because I don't know, what to expect really, because I've never dealt with, dealing with her this morning was rough because between her seizures, she was just not the Dixie I'm used to. She was all over the place. She wouldn't, obviously she's postictal. It's a state that you're in after a seizure. Everybody is in it, but she never had a chance to come out of it. She would be stumbling around, falling and bumping into things, and it was heartbreaking to watch. The seizures were heartbreaking to watch. If you were watching this, say a quick prayer for my family and for Dixie to make this time fruitful, that we can spend time together, show each other love, and that when a time does come, it's not painful. Anyway, now that we got past that, let's talk about some good stuff. 6 weeks means that I am cleared to go back to work and I can go back to normal activity. No restrictions, no weight restrictions, no lifting, no pushing, no pulling restrictions, that is. So tonight I took some time to work out with my wife and had a good time. I think I might have overdone it a little bit, but at the same time, I've been out of the game for, almost 2 months. I haven't done any even before that, I fell off the workout train a long time ago. So it's been a long time since I've actually pushed myself, worked out, and done some stuff. But I'm feeling better. I'm feeling lighter. Speaking of weight, I haven't been able to weigh myself sufficiently for the last couple days. But as of the last weigh, I was 45.4 pounds down. If I don't put this out until after tomorrow morning, I might put on the screen how much it actually is now. But here's a picture, and if you look at the picture, I'm actually wearing the same pants. You can see how different they're fitting, which is cool. Going back to work is going to be a little weird because we're still in this coronavirus, pandemic. I haven't been associated with any of that for the last 6 weeks, and it's been nice not being associated with it, not having to work in it. But I guess times change, and here we go. We're going back to work. What else? Diet's going well. I made. I have the gastric bypass cookbook. I'll take a picture and put it in the video. The protein-packed peanut butter smoothie is very good. It's very rich though, and if you are still in your soft food slash shake kind of time frame, you will not get a lot of it down before your belly says way too much. The egg roll in a bowl is what we made last night for dinner, and I just had leftovers tonight with dinner, and it's turned out really good. The only thing is I eat my egg rolls with duck sauce, and all the Chinese food restaurants around me are closed, and I don't have any duck sauce at home. So I would have loved to just sprinkle just a little bit of duck sauce, just for that little bit of duck sauce flavor on the egg roll. Other than that, it turned out amazing. I did it with turkey, not chicken. It does say chicken in the recipe, but I figured turkey's just as good. Especially with as picky as everybody is with these grocery store items lately. You might not find ground chicken. You can only find ground turkey, and I was lucky to find it. Other than that, everything's been going really well. I haven't tried my uniform on since I've been on sick leave, and I'm not quite sure how it's going to fit. I should do that. This video is running a little long, and I'm sorry that the beginning is just quite a downer. But part of this weight loss journey is also what's going on in my life, and I felt like that was something to share. If Dixie doesn't have much more time with us, there might be a pause in some videos. If I'm not mentally ready to talk about it or talk about myself, she brings me a lot of joy, and without her in my world, it might be a darker place there for a little while. Anyway, I still have my family, I still have my loving wife, I still have Darla, and I still have Dixie for the time being. And I'm going to give her every ounce of love that I can, for as long as I can. And if it happens to be another 5 years, I would be blessed beyond measure. If it happens to be, the next 5 hours, I'll be blessed. I still have her. The sad part is, their life expectancy is somewhere between like 11 and 15 years, and she just turned 8 in January. So, she's not even technically an elder. She is on the higher spectrum of age, but it's not like she's 15 and just dealing with this. She's only 8, you know what I mean? So that's what breaks my heart. And then when we lost Daisy, she was only 7 when we lost her, and it just sucks. They both Daisy and Dixie both had skin cancer, and so like if one thing had something, the other one pretty much had it. So seeing that Dixie has a possibility of having a brain tumor is not surprising in one aspect, but it just breaks my heart in another aspect, because like I said, she's my sidekick. She's my little buddy. So anyway, I'll see you guys in about a week. I'll let you know what's going on and how much my weight loss has been. And thanks for joining in. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.